Kaioken!
What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cab here, back with another skill test for you guys. Today we'll be testing out the differences between Kaioken Assault and Wild Hunt. Now, before we get into this video, guys, one quick thing. I did make my first Xenoverse 2 community on the PS4. For those who want to join, it's called Xenoverse 2 Cavi Squad. I'll have it pinned down below in the comments. But I made this community, guys, so you guys could help each other level up, you know, do PvP, endless lobbies, anything of that nature. If you're looking for someone to play with, you can always come to the community, leave a post, and for the most part, I guarantee you somebody will get back to you. Obviously, right now, the community just started. We only have 60 people in it or so, something like that. But through time, it's going to build up a lot more people, so there'll always be someone available to you guys if you need help with anything on Xenoverse, whether it's leveling up or you need someone to join an endless lobby or you need help with raid, anything like that, guys. So again, for those on PS4, go ahead and join that if you want to. But now let's get into this skill test between Wild Hunt and Kaioken Assault. Alright, first we're going to test out for damage, and let's see what Wild Hunt does. Gives us a grand total of 3,445 damage. Now Kaioken Assault, on the other hand, does a grand total of 5,054 damage. So yes, Kaioken Assault does do more damage than Wild Hunt, but at the same time, Kaioken Assault does take 2 bars of stamina, 2 bars of key, while Wild Hunt only takes 1 bar key. Now let's talk about launch time, guys. Wild Hunt and Kaioken Assault have about the same launch time. As you see with Wild Hunt, your CAC will do that little cockback, and then with Kaioken Assault, your CAC is going to go into that little squat. Both of those give a little bit of a delay for those who want to use these moves mid-combo. Both of those are a little bit delayed, and your opponent can get away from those moves before you actually fully launch them. Like with Wild Hunt, as you're about to see right here, that little cockback period, guys, that little second, that little half a second, your opponent can either put up a block, they can sidestep, or snap vanish away, and that move will not land. Same goes for Kaioken Assault, because as you're about to see with Kaioken Assault, your CAC is going to go into a little squat, that little half a second of delay. Your opponent can put up a block, they can snap vanish, or they can sidestep to get away from the move. Like I said, the same goes for Wild Hunt. So honestly, guys, you have to be careful when using these moves mid-combo. If you're playing someone that does know that they will be able to get off a block and they will be able to stop your combo basically midway. Now, another thing about these moves that people don't really realize is that you're really not supposed to use these moves, guys, unless your opponent has like no stamina. Because if they do have stamina, they will be able to Z-vanish out of the move, and even if they have about a bar of stamina, they most likely will be able to Z-vanish out of the move before it's over, because as I'm about to show you with both of these moves, your opponent will gain about at least a bar to a bar and a half of stamina before the move is fully done. With Kaioken Assault, as you see right here, your opponent almost gains 2 full bars of stamina before the move finishes. So if they have a bar of stamina or anything like that at the time you launch the move, you will not get full damage in, and they will be able to Z-vanish out of it. Now Wild Hunt, on the other hand, as you guys are about to see, your opponent will get about a bar to barely a little bit over a bar stamina back in the time that you have to launch Wild Hunt. But at the same time, a lot of people like to combo into Wild Hunt. So you have to take that in consideration as well, because once they get on the ground right there, they can snap vanish out of any move, any ultimate you use, whether it's a key ultimate or not. They will be able to snap vanish out of it, get behind you, and basically stamina break you if you decide to do that. Now, for those who use things like Dragon Fist and Impulse Slash right after it, obviously they're not going to be able to stamina break you, but they will be able to snap vanish out of them or Z vanish out of the move and get behind you, and your move will not land. So you have to make sure that they have no stamina when you're using these moves. Now, a lot of people like to say that they like to use, Wild Hunt as like a stamina break starter. Like right after they get the stamina break, they like to use Wild Hunt because it starts off their combo and they can use anything afterwards, which is very true, as I'm about to show you guys right here. You can go into Wild Hunt once their stamina is broken, and then just basically use any kind of ultimate right afterwards, and it'll land. Like, it's a guaranteed way to start off a combo after a stamina break. Now with Kaioken Assault, that's really not true, because as you're about to see with Kaioken Assault, at the end of this move, your opponent gets knocked away. Right here, your opponent gets knocked away, so I mean, you're not going to be able to do as much damage all in all with Kaioken Assault as Wild Hunt. And also, you guys have to look at how much stamina they get back while using these moves. With Kaioken Assault, your opponent basically will have almost 5 bars of stamina fully recovered before you even fully launch it. So by the time it's done, by the time you're done using this move, they basically have all their stamina back. Now Wild Hunt, they'll get about 3 bars recovered, so you'll have time to go into either a combo or an ultimate right afterwards. As you see right there, he had about 3 bars of stamina left. 3 bars of stamina recovered by the time Wild Hunt fully finished. Now, something I just want to add in, this skill does not have to do anything with this skill test, guys, is that for those who like to use Wild Hunt after a stamina break, there is a much better strike skill for you that is much more effective, and you'll have more time to do more stuff with your combo afterwards. As you're about to see with Sledgehammer right here, your opponent, by the time it's over with, your opponent barely has 2 bars of stamina regained, and you could just do whatever you want. You could do a fully fledged combo into an ultimate, anything of that nature. Whereas with Wild Hunt and Kaioken Assault, they will have more stamina back before the move is finished. Now, honestly guys, if I had to choose one, I would choose Wild Hunt between the two because it's more effective, way better chance of landing fully, while Kaioken Assault, I've never had anybody land Kaioken Assault to the full extent on me while playing online. Wild Hunt, yes, people have landed it to the full extent and gotten off the full combo with it, whereas opposed to, again, Kaioken Assault, that's never gonna happen. It's just way too slow of a move. It's a very cool move, and I wish that, you know, it had a better use to it, but it is just way too slow. Like, all in all, to do full damage, it takes way too long. And on top of that, the first 3 hits barely do any damage, as you guys notice right there. Look at the first 3 hits with Kaioken Assault. First 3 hits do a grand total of 1600 damage. The move does 5000 damage in total. So the first 3 hits are only accountable for 1600 damage. The last 2 hits count for 3400 damage. So really, by the time someone Z vanishes out of that move, you're going to be doing no damage with it, because the main damage comes from the end, and people most likely will be Z vanished out of the move before they let you finish it. So all in all, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope you guys found it useful. Again, if you want to use a move after a stamina break to start off a combo, use Sledgehammer. It is the most effective strike skill to honestly use right after a stamina break to get a combo started. Extremely effective. Your opponent will go straight to the ground, and the least amount of time is used, so you'll have as much time possible to do as much damage with your stamina break. But again, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope you guys found it useful. Till next time, guys, as always, have a good day. Peace, y'all.